What's up, everybody? This is Nate over at Bullying RV in Duluth, Minnesota. Got another video for you today. We're out in the dirt lot. It's a little bit cold outside. I got my jacket on, but I got a brand new 2026 Grand Design Influence 3003 RL. I almost said 300 RL, but 3003. That's 3003 RL. So we're gonna take you around the outside, get you on the inside, show you some cool new updates, and the stats are gonna pop up at the beginning of the video here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get started. So, right off the bat, you can see the black Influence front cap. So it's a little bit dirty. It just came in, but it will be cleaned. It will be detailed. It will be gone through. So let's move on forward. So you'll see right off the bat here, so you'll have your LED light. Then you also had another LED light surrounding the Influence logo there. But coming on down, we got old trusty today. Give that thing a slap. So you'll have your battery housing down here, battery disconnect, solar disconnect, very similar to what you've seen in some of our other videos here too, and then just a little bit of storage off to the side. Making sure to not bonk my head. This is actually something that I want to mention too. Almost like this guard that runs all the way up the front cap here. This is really nice, kind of a harder mesh material to really protect the lower part of the front cap here. So, as I almost smashed my head into this here. So you can see we're a little bit tight between the used section here, but as we're walking underneath the slide, you actually have these blue LED lights that look really nice, especially when it's dark outside, you're by the campfire. Just gives the fire a little bit more life, I guess. So moving on forward, not hitting our heads. So you do have auto leveling on this, and that system just sits right on the door here. Now, coming on down, looking at the massive amount of pass-through storage here with that bright LED light down here. I mean, I could sleep down here. It's a great place for people to sleep if they're on their worst behavior. Just kidding, don't do that. But moving on over here too, so you have your outdoor shower hookups, black and gray tank flush. Everything is easily accessible on one side of the unit, and off to the right of that, you'll have your hot water heater and your furnace. Next to that as well, you'll have your 50 amp plug-in. And then I'm just gonna, since I'm paper thin, I can easily do this here. So can cameraman. And then what we'll do is we'll get a look at the wheels and tires. Moving on back, walking through the weeds. So it's a little bit sunny back here, so sun's gonna be in my eyes. So just like some of our other videos, gotta show off the back of the unit here too. So you have that large rear window, prep for a backup camera, and off to the right, you'll have that ladder to get up on your walkable roof to clean this off and clean off any debris near the slides. Moving on down, so it's nice to actually see that you have a hitch from the factory capable of 3,000 pounds. So again, nice to have that there. Coming around to the other side of the unit. Again, we're a little bit close to some of our other units here, so I couldn't get to the awning out here. But another slide, you have opposing slides to really open up that living room. Power awnings on that roof. I forgot to mention you do have solar up there, 330 watts. Moving forward, so you'll have your marine grade Rockford Fosgate sound system to really bump your tunes. Nice solid steps to get in the unit here as well. And you actually have the 4 steps instead of the 3, so this is really nice. And then you'll also have your grab handle. It's locked in place right now, but all you do is pull this pin, and then that comes down. So coming on over, so you'll have some attachments out here for like that outdoor shower, and or some water, and you'll also have your outlets back here as well. As you can see, the hose and the spray port is right over here, along with your winch. And then you'll have Tire Length Pro, and then this is the other side of the pass-through storage, along with your cable and satellite hookups off to the left here. So moving on in. So the cool thing about this, and I'm not gonna get in trouble for this, is, thump here, sounds solid, doesn't it? Fully laminated walls. So tells me to do it. Sorry if I burst anybody's eardrums, but again, fully laminated walls. So, coming into the 2026 model here, so you can kind of see right off the bat, and this is how I felt when I walked in, it definitely gives that home feeling to it. It's a little bit echoey in here, but once you put your stuff in here and really put the decor on here, it'll be your unit, it'll feel just like home. So the first thing I want to point out is lots of windows, lots of natural light. I'm going to kind of work my way from the kitchen all the way around. So you've seen some of this in the grand design videos that I've done in the past, but this is essentially the same thing. So I'm going to have my cameraman hover over some of like the warranty information, the WeatherTech Arctic insulation package here for you guys, and feel free to pause and get a little bit more info. Perfect. So sitting down right away, I can do that because I'm doing the video. So you got quite a bit of distance from the TV here, which is actually kind of nice. You're not super close up to it. You got a little fireplace out in front there, which is another source of heat. I shouldn't do this video while I'm sitting down, but moving on over to the left, you'll have your hide-a-bed underneath. So if you want to sleep some additional guests, you can do that. Looking at the storage up above. So all of this runs the full length of the wall here, and these are soft close drawers. Perfect. And then coming on over, again, you'll have your TV, music to our ears, that Rockford Fosgate system here to, like I said, really bump your tunes. Some storage, and then that sound system here is going to be, or sound system to adjust is going to be right in this cupboard here, along with the charging port. So moving on over, so large center island for your kitchen. So for those of you that like to cook, you got this nice light up above you here and a lot of redefined luxury. So we'll look at some of the drawers here. These are all the same. So for the sake of the video, I'm not going to open up every single one, but I will open up this one because it's a deeper storage drawer. So you'll have another outlet kind of hidden right there. Lots of storage underneath along with your trash can. There's another outlet right here. And then these are the same drawers that you just saw a moment ago. So looking over at the kitchen area here, or the rest of the kitchen, so we'll kind of open up everything here, spice things up a little bit. So if you want to have this as your spice rack, you can leave all your spices up there. And then looking over at that other drawer, again, plenty of room for cups, plates, and bowls. Nice large microwave. 3-burner cooktop, and the favorite place to cook your pizzas or your pizza rolls for all you pizza roll enjoyers. Perfect. Coming on over, looking at the large fridge and freezer. See, this is funny because some of the stuff that's actually supposed to be near the sink they put in the fridge, and for some reason they put the Tire Link Pro in the fridge. So we're going to set that right there. That does not belong in the fridge. Looking at the freezer, and of course we got stuff for the microwave in the freezer. We'll set that back there for right now, but it's funny when they throw those things at you. So enough of that. Nice large fridge, nice large freezer. And then if you got pets with you, you got the sweet pet dish. And then moving over to the pantry. So I don't know if the video, or if you caught that in the video here, but that's an auto light in the back. So if you want to grab a midnight snack, you can definitely do that. These pantry shelves are fully adjustable, so adjust them any way you want. We'll close that. A little bit of storage down here. Plenty of storage up above, along with your Grand Design owner's manual. Up above my head, you'll have the air conditioner there. And then what's really cool is this is actually an electronics drawer, so you can see you have all of your outlets for device charging down there. Something small, but this unit's packed with device charging outlets. And we'll have some storage, and off to the right we'll have our fuse box. So coming on upstairs, so first off you'll have your fire extinguisher, but I didn't cover that here, but you'll have your command center, your control board right here for everything. And then you do have 2 air conditioners on this unit, second one being right there if we didn't hover over that one, but you have 2 ACs in the living area here. But let's move up the stairs a little bit, because we're also going to see our 3rd AC in the bedroom. But coming into the bathroom, you actually have a ton of space. So you'll have space for your towels, things like that back here. You actually have room to sit. So this is a toilet, so it's a perfect place to go pee, to go poop, anything like that there. It's my childish humor coming into play. So these storage drawers, I'm going to move off to the left here, or to the right, so my cameraman can take a look at those. But these are deep storage drawers, so even if you wanted to fold up towels, you can do that. So a little bit more there. And that's a porcelain foot flush toilet, so don't forget to use that. But For the shower, just as a heads up, you kind of have to step into it, but I actually really like this. So I've mentioned before in my videos, I'm 6'1". I have plenty of room up here. So for folks that are taller, this is a great setup. This is the hair tool accessory drawer. Oops, as I pull that off, we'll put that back on there. So little space for towels, things like that, dirty towels. Lots of space on the counter here, and plenty of space inside the medicine cabinet. Once again, soft close drawers. Let's move on into the bedroom. So bedroom is absolutely massive, and I really like these colors. I like the way the lights are. These lights are adjustable. So like I mentioned, third AC sitting in here as well, but this just feels like home. You got a nice big fat king bed with plenty of storage down below, and that's assisted, so you don't have to worry about holding things up or doing anything like that. Very easy to come down, and this is a very soft plush mattress. So other tags that are in here, you have a clothes hamper, so if you wanted to hang stuff alongside the wall, you can do that. More device charging outlets, windows on both sides. Smoke detector is actually going to be right here. Third AC here. Nice TV on the wall already. And then this is actually really nice for your drawer. So you have hidden storage here. So if you want to hide your wallet from your girlfriend, or if you've had too much to drink and you need a place to hide your keys and you know where you're going to forget them, or you know that you're going to forget them, put them in here. Drink responsibly. So plenty of clothes storage here for socks, underwear, all the fun stuff. And then moving on into the closet. So very similar setup. You've probably seen this in some of the other Grand Design product, but lots of clothing storage, and you are prepped for washer dryer on the second shelf there. And then it's kind of small, but you'll actually have, or it's kind of small and out of the way, another device charging outlet there. So moving on over, so if your girlfriend likes to collect shoes, clothes, anything like that, this is the extension of that closet, so you have plenty of space, plenty of room for all your clothes, your accessories, whatever you might want to put in here. So they put a lot of work into the bedroom, so like I said, very comfortable mattress, third AC, hidden storage, lots of storage drawers, stuff to hang on the walls, device charging outlets. It's packed. So let's get one final look through the living room here. Again, when I walked in here, this unit just feels like home. So they've done a lot of improvements for the 2026 models, and I'm happy to help answer any questions. So that's going to be it for this video. My name's Nate over at Bullion RV in Duluth, Minnesota. All of my contact information is going to be in the description box down below. So feel free to call me, email me, text me. I'm happy to help answer any questions for anyone who is watching this video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, subscribe for future videos. Once again, this is Nate over at Bullion RV in Duluth. Hit me up if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next one.